Kobe, I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me, I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats, circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready?
And good evening, everyone. Hey, Dominic, how you doing?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. How is everybody going?
I hope everybody's doing all right tonight.
Yep.
Had a busy week this week. What about you? How'd your last week look?
Yeah, I wish there was the weather would clear up and we could get a little bit more going. But yeah, I've had some interesting things happen.
You get to fly at all?
I did one sunrise and that was it.
I noticed you don't have your picture up there today. You got your flag.
Yeah, I got the flag up because everybody's got to know I'm Australian.
Yeah. Well, everyone knows you recently got the Mavic 3, so now the summertime's coming. You're going to be having fun with that, getting some colors in Australia. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, do you shoot in RAW or do you shoot in just JPEG?
RAW.
Yeah, so you edit afterwards, bring out some colors. Yeah, good. All right, let's get in and say hi to the chat. My wife was first. Yeah, she beat Warren. This is weird. I don't know why it says this. So I don't know why it says that. Chat's now open to everyone. Interesting.
Oh, okay. Chat is now open to everyone now.
Yeah, weird.
That's good to hear.
I didn't type that, though.
Oh, it's good to hear, though.
I think when I went into the settings and put it to subscribers for the chat, it shows, you know how it shows that in the chat window? So maybe that's something to do with that. How you doing, Warren? Glad to have you here. We got Benjamin with us, by the way. He's right behind me.
Oh, that's good.
And Steve's in the house. How you doing, Steve? Glad to have you here. And Joel's in the house. How you doing, Joel? And Brian. Hey, Brian, what do you think? The Patriots have won 2 games now in the preseason.
Yes.
Let's go, Patriots. Hopefully this year's much better. We are not going to discuss last year. I know Jeff loves it, though. He'll rub it in every chance he can get. Right, Jeff? Yeah.
Yeah, go Packers.
That's funny. Hey, Ron, how you doing? Glad to see you. And Art's in the house. How you doing, Art? Glad to have you here. There he is, Benjamin. We had a fun day yesterday. I have a little video to show you, a video clip of where we were at. It's really cool. I didn't fly there. There were too many people and we were really close to the airport, like really close to an international airport. So, yeah. Make sure we're not missing anybody here. Hey, how you doing, Tom? Tom's in the house. Glad to have you here.
All right, Tom.
Wow, there's a lot of people in the chat. There we go. All right. Well, let's bring a panel of friends in here. Hey, how you guys doing? Panel of friends in here.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Bud.
Hey. So what did you say back? Was it Bud? You said back there, go Packers?
I might have mentioned that, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
You're not a Bears fan? I thought you were an Illinois resident of Illinois.
Okay, can I tell the story in 30 seconds?
Yeah.
I doubt it, but you can try.
All right, I was born in Seattle, Washington in 1955. They had no football teams anywhere out there. The only thing we got to watch was Green Bay and Bart Starr. So I became a Packer fan.
Yeah.
Wow, that was 10 seconds. Damn.
I never really hated on the Packers, but I was upset. I was upset when we went to the Super Bowl and they that was not fair.
I was not happy that year. They should have.
Yeah, that was a big disappointment. So I was flying yesterday, but I went out to Boston. I took Ben out to Tadpole Playground, and it's Tadpole Pond. It's just west of TF Green. So I I didn't fly there, but I was able to get. I was out there with the action camera. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Tom's in the house. How
There's
you doing?
Tom. Hey, Tom.
Tom,
Tommy.
hey, Ron.
Share it. Let me share my screen here.
Wait, Tom's got something new behind him. Is that a 3D printing machine?
Tom,
Can't hear
no
you.
audio.
Tom.
No audio. Hey, Brian, B-Mac.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
B-Mac.
Brian, what's up?
All right. While Tom figures out his audio here, I'm going to show
Should
you.
have corrected the problem.
You're
Yep,
working
you've
now.
corrected it. We can hear you.
You got to plug in the mic, you know?
Yeah, it
That'd
always
be a
picks
good
the
start.
melody. There you go.
Tech tips on a Sunday night.
Yeah. So this was in Boston, right next to the swimming area he went to in the playground. They had a whole bunch of monuments here, but they had some event going on just to the right of where I'm walking here. The reason why I wanted to share this video though is I'm still blown away by how well this camera handles. Like right here, I'm walking towards the sun, and you can see the buildings in the sky, even though I'm in the shade.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good dynamic range.
yeah, really good
Yeah.
dynamic range.
Yeah, like I say, I
Which-
told you earlier. I think the Osmos are
I
blowing the
don't
GoPros away.
Yeah,
Well, the GoPro has two advantages and one disadvantage. GoPro, as far as level, when you're actually doing action stuff, like actually on a bicycle or something like
Right.
that, the GoPro has the best stabilization. Secondly, it has more accurate color, but this has much more dynamic range. Like in
Oh, yeah.
dark light, I did an event last year, and in darkness, the GoPro was not good, and the DJI cameras are better. They just are better in dark light. Not that a primary thing for an action camera is night, but if you're at an event and you have that camera, it's much better.
Yeah.
Much better.
And I don't know about anybody else, but my GoPro 10 overheats terrible.
I've never had an overheating issue ever and I've had 4 GoPros.
The
and
10 is
I will say this: as far as I swear by the DJI Osmo Action 5, because I went to go film an event for Kim Marion on. She was part of a music group. She sings, and I put the action camera on a tripod and I left it there for the entire show, and it was in direct hot sunlight, and I couldn't keep the screen on. You know how you can sometimes turn the screen on to view it? It was like, no, we're going to shut the screen off to prevent
Right.
overheating. But it recorded everything and did not corrupt. None of the files got corrupted. Everything was good. And the show was like, what would you say, like 3 hours?
wow.
That was the negative I forgot to talk about. The fact that many people have said they overheat, but I've never had the problem. Maybe I'm just lucky. Maybe I'm just a cool character. I keep the camera.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah.
That's got to be it right there.
Wait.
Anybody that knows you.
No, you don't eat while you're on a live show.
I'm sorry. I didn't get a chance to finish.
So I was talking about last week. Nice mug. Love it. So I was talking last week about the water fire event in Providence, and I made a short video this past week, so I'm going to share that tonight.
Really, and you got to crunch the bag. That is so cool.
Yeah, they got the boat going around here. Yeah, it's just really cool. A lot of people there.
My luck, my boat would catch on fire.
Yeah. So Bud actually had some rain. He had some. Was it yesterday?
This morning,
This morning. He said you got 5.5 inches of rain, huh?
in
Damn.
about an hour and a half, yeah.
Damn. How'd the golf course do?
Well, we're going to show you. Or no, yeah, you're going to show the golf course, right? The golf course actually fared pretty good. I was quite amazed.
Yeah, he showed us Fox Bend Golf Course after the rain. How in how quick a time did you get 5.5 inches of rain?
About an hour and a half.
Wow, that is pretty fast.
Yeah, we got lucky. I mean, the course has been far worse, but we're not playable tomorrow, obviously.
I have to stop and say this: like the sky looks almost creamy over here. The color, it's really cool. It's like a peachish color.
That's the storm that crossed over us. But
So
yeah,
basically, you added a lot of water hazards without paying any money. I got you.
Correct. And the greens will be really soft. Yeah, so this is Wabansie Creek that flows through the golf course. Now, if I could have got out there a couple hours earlier, it would have been a lot worse because it's drained down quite a bit because it's back to the banks.
Oh, Don, you're so funny.
So that's the 13th fairway there. It's unplayable. Notice the sand traps. Some of them are completely full of water. That's a beautiful par 4. Dog leg left.
So when you guys get water like that, does someone go out there and like rake it out if they can?
No, we got a special sand trap machine that's got a pump on it that sucks the water out. This is 14. It's a par 5. You can't see it now, but yeah, there's the Wabansie Creek cross. So now I'm flying back up 13, heading over to 9 and 7 and 8.
Yeah, look at the sky over here. It's like a peach color.
Again, I should have got out earlier, but I had enough problems at home I needed to take care of first. So this was probably about 4 hours after the rain ended. So it drained down quite a bit.
You get some dad jokes in the.
Yeah, I see that.
So how long before the course is back?
I bet we'll open Tuesday. It'll be car path only, but that's fine. Now, coming up off to the left-hand side there, that's number 7T, and we've never had water there before. So I don't know what's up with that, whether we got a plug drain or something. That's
5.5 inches in an hour and a half is more than anything.
Yeah, we barely get 4.5 in an entire year.
Right. So all in all, we fared really well. Yeah, my superintendent had the day off. He was quite happy I sent him this. And he's like, oh, we're not bad. We can handle it. That's the driving range there.
So let me ask you this. Sometimes I'll see videos where there'll be like a bubble of water underneath the grass at a golf course. Do you guys get that too sometimes?
On occasion, yeah. Yeah,
How does that happen? How does it trap?
Mr. Kitty.
It's
Okay.
well, for us, we have bent grass, and then in the rough is just normal grass, and the water just gets under there and it gets trapped because the bent grass is so tight, and it just bubbles up. So you punch a hole in it and step on it, and it comes back to normal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I always thought those videos were cool, but I'm like, how the hell does the water just get stuck under there like that? Where they literally have to poke it and drain it.
We don't get them on the greens, but we do get it in the fairways.
Wow, there's a lot of chat going on while that video.
Yeah, I know.
I watched
the water drain through all the holes on the golf course?
Huh? Interesting. Where did you watch it on, Michael? How's it going? Nice to see you, Jason.
Tell Warren that the golf holes are for golf balls, not water.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I just wondered if someone like went in there like you in the morning, had like a big like squeegee rake and were pushing it off of, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends on the course. I mean, now a lot of times, especially if you watch golf, like let's say the Masters, and if they get a monsoon, we have squeegees that we can push water off the greens. But it was this morning, so we never opened. But if there's a tournament or something going on, Yeah, you got to go get them puddles off the green. I mean, it's
And some more manpower. You can't do it yourself,
Hey,
obviously.
Jim, how
Brad.
you doing?
Hey, Jim,
Hello, how you doing?
where were you last week?
Grandkids. Our kids moved back to the state, and we have been inundated with our grandkids. A lot,
Good.
more than a lot, more than a lot. But it's all good. So yeah, been really busy. Other than that, I've been flying a little bit here and there,
Good.
but I haven't been attracting that much attention. So it's all good.
Good. No more attacks of the strangers. You know.
No more park. No more zoo wardens. Ex-retired questionable officers or other such nondescript.
Okay, so there was
I found out. Hey, just so you know, I found out the guy at the park who turned me in, who acted like it was a cop. He was retired, but he was still young. He come to find out it was a forced early retirement because he was not quite who they wanted to keep on the force.
Hmm.
I had someone look
personality.
into it for me. I do know detectives, but yeah. So everything was blown out of proportion. Nothing ever happened. So anyway, good to join the broadcast. How's
Yeah.
it going?
nice. Last week I spoke about the new Part 108 thing going on. I wanted to
Yeah.
mention first. I had mentioned that Greg was going to be doing a video explaining what was in the packet.
108.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to it. I shared the link to it if you guys want to check that out at your own leisure. He kind of breaks it down by each point that's in there.
Yeah.
But for a while there, the public comments weren't open at the regulation site. So this past week, they did open up the comment section.
Yeah, they
so
are
I'm
now,
also going to
right?
share that. If you want to
My
review
comments should be up
the
there.
information for
I
it,
know Tom's comments should be pretty comprehensive. I have seen a lot of those videos about it, and it all boils down to whether or not the drone is going to be certified or not whether you're going to be good to go. It's going to be the drone that needs the
The
most.
issue is that it minimizes Part 107. It kind of negates recreational enthusiasts, community.
From beyond
And
the
so there's
line of
issues
sight.
there. And plus, from a manned aviation standpoint, as a Part 61 pilot, I'm now supposed to avoid unmanned Part 108 aircraft. Okay.
Yeah, go figure
So,
that one.
so
That's strange.
that's kind of counterintuitive there, and that's very concerning.
But you all have to remember something. Almost never does a drone hit an airplane. Almost always, because of its speed, the airplane hits the drone.
Interesting
What a
point.
wonderful
No,
observation.
I mean,
Okay.
you shouldn't be
And
around
physics.
it. But no, almost never does a drone hit another thing in the sky.
No, the drone's sitting there, and the airplane runs into it because the drone's
I
where
do
it's
have
at.
to say, though,
with
Interesting
that
point.
logic, we have to change the term bird strike.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, this is
So,
how they
same logic,
integrating
correct?
it into the. But this is
No.
the goal, how to integrate it into the airspace, and this matters in this conversation because
This-
any
yeah.
drone that's going to be able to have the capability of doing a 108 operation is going to have to be transmitting a signal that other aircraft will be able to pick up, and that will give them the notice that they have where this drone is located, so they can avoid it. So there's a system designed for it that any drone that has that will have to carry that.
Well, it's not so much that system exists to the point that it can be integrated so quickly. That's the first thing. The second thing is detect and avoid technology is not going to be cheap, so the cost of admission goes up here. Part 107 pilots are no longer commercial pilots. They would be considered in this realm to be private remote pilots. Okay? So you'll have your hobbyist,
Theoretically,
Then
yeah.
you'll have your private remote pilots. But my issue also with this is that there's no provisions for any certification requirements, such as a Part 107, to operate in that Part 108 realm. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're a Part 61 pilot, aircraft single engine land, Cessna 172, Piper Cub, any of those require that you take a ground school. Now, to become an air transport pilot, you can't get there without first being a single engine land pilot.
Part
Plain and
61.
simple. Okay?
Having had
So
this class.
they're stepping stones. And to me, Part 107 training is ground school. And it should always be a required minimum for any operation in commercial or enterprise or public safety. Because we had an issue years ago. We had a COA that, guess what? Our pilots didn't need to be 107. Well, they didn't need to be 107 to operate in an emergency situation. But in order to train, they have to be 107. So that those requirements should hold steady and should move forward with Part 108. There should be a stepping stone there.
And also, I believe that it's one of the few things where you need to pass a test, but you don't actually need to prove your proficiency. You pass a written test to drive, you need to pass a practical test to get a full license. I really believe at 107 for $175, they should take you out for 5 minutes and say, take off, go 100 feet forward.
Yeah.
go
Are
to the
you
right,
an
go to the
idiot
left.
or do you know what you're doing?
You're right.
Well,
because-
well, look at it. Look at it. You're talking about 2016, 2017. Okay, Jeff.
yeah.
Who in the FAA flew drones? Okay,
Not
the
almost no
majority,
one.
right? The majority were external to the FAA.
Right.
So no
Yeah.
provision. And then you took your proctored exam 9 out of 10 times. You took it from a professional proctoring entity, not an aviation entity, right? So it's a little bit different on the manned aviation side. You take that ground school, which basically was what 107 was in an abbreviated form, but then you have to start taking your practicals, okay, your lessons. So yeah, there's definitely a distinction. I mean, it was a good thing that on the public safety side, with NIST, we developed that proficiency training and coursework, right? But you don't have that across the board in the industry, and that's a failing, definitely.
I don't take much solace that will be listened to. I remember very clearly stating a lot of intelligent arguments, me and everyone who was with me, in the New York City hearings where they were going to establish how they're going to do permitting. And really one little tiny thing was changed. And other than that, it's like, nope, $150 for any permit. We don't have to tell you whether we approve it or not.
Hold on, bud.
30 days in advance.
That's a money grab. That's a money
Yeah.
grab. Now, remember, though, under Part 107 RID, it made a big difference. Okay?
Hold on, bud.
Okay.
Go
I'm
ahead.
a recreational pilot. I fly a
Right.
farm. I fly
You
around
both.
a Oswego. I fly a golf course. What does this do to me?
108, nothing.
Well, no, not necessarily, Jeff. And of course, I can understand where Jeff has been remiss in reading the whole 698 pages of the document to be sure on this. But
163.
yeah, okay. But the case is
Plus or
that
minus.
Don't say
there
that.
might be some airspace restrictions that come along with this as this evolves, because these BVLOS aircraft are going to need a region in order to fly, and that might minimize the amount of airspace that's then available to you, bud.
Wait,
Okay?
Say that.
Class G or not, regardless.
Say that in English, please.
That was
English
pretty
is
good
they might
English,
take a
bud.
couple of they
Wait,
might
wait.
take a couple of 100 feet away from you, bud. So your ceiling might be 0 to 200 instead of 0 to 400.
As long as
I
you can
only
find
fly
a
about
Depends
window.
on the
200 anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's good.
most,
I mean, that's good. But in order to get your tube sock deliveries, okay, they're going to have to come
Knows the
across
itch cream.
some
All right.
section of airspace.
All right, here's another question. I own a 520-acre farm.
I wish.
They're going to say I can't go 400 feet and fly over my farm?
Well, you
they
might
may
not
not.
be able to.
It
That's
may end
correct.
up being a transportation
It
corridor.
matters how they classify the airspace.
You have to
It could
remember,
be.
you
It's
may
classified
own,
agriculture.
you may, in some states, clearly define, you may own the airspace above your property, but you don't regulate it at all. There's one
Own
body that
airspace?
regulates the airspace in the whole national airspace, and that's the FAA.
Well,
And
I
it would
have
be a utter shit show if there was more than one body.
being
One
too
more
close.
question. Why are they
Yeah.
doing this?
Because they're integrating by title, they are integrating uncrewed aircraft into the national airspace to the point that things like very useful things. So there's useful things coming out of this also. It's not just all doom and gloom. You know, you have energy companies that have to inspect their high tension lines, and those high
Right.
tension lines go on for miles and miles and miles. In fact, some new technology is coming out of this also, where there'll be an energized tether that attaches that just skimps along the power line so the drone can stay airborne for greater periods of time. They'll be doing miles and miles and miles of
But that
track.
doesn't have anything
So
to do
that
with
would be
that doesn't have anything
that
to do
has
with
everything to do with BVLOS.
I bet.
But
Also,
again,
they already
agriculture,
have that.
but again, what does
yeah,
that
but
have to
not
do?
not sanctioned. Okay, not sanctioned under a guideline. So also with the agriculture, if you have hundreds and hundreds of acres,
Yeah,
okay,
that's where it's going to be big.
most farmers are skimping around the regulations, not necessarily for getting the necessary waivers. So this kind of institutionalizes that use. Okay, so there's a
So,
lot of good, and then you have the UPSs
stop.
and the Amazons. Go ahead.
So in the spring, when I go inspect my fields to see where I got problems, I can't do that anymore.
No, we
No,
don't know
Bud,
yet.
that we
We
didn't
don't know
say
yet.
that. But Bud, I'm going to ask a couple of simple questions, and not as a drone cop. So please plead the fifth on every occasion you need to. Are you operating always within visual line of sight across that amount of acreage?
Yes.
Then this 108 has nothing to do with you.
Like I
This is
said,
beyond visual line of sight.
Now,
This is
granted,
operating a drone
Well,
without having.
enterprise. It's all for enterprise because it's all incumbent upon the company that's running the operation to do all the compliance, not the individuals within the corporation.
Well,
That's what
it's also on the manufacturers who build the aircraft that can fly under that because there's an airworthiness certificate
yeah,
required, just
yeah.
like you do in manned aviation. Okay, so a lot of that comes into this where the aircraft has to be certified. The
Yeah.
maintenance requirements and the qualifications for those performing maintenance,
Gotta be
there's
logged.
certification requirements in there. So this is institutionalizing a lot of that which has come before. Okay. But the thing that's pretty clear in going through the Part 108 documentation is the fact that it was written by people who
Warren,
have
shut
no
up.
clue of drone technology and the
Always.
capabilities.
Well, and here's why it's important
Always.
that people get on there and they, review the documentation and comment on it. And specifically, one of the important issues with beyond visual line of sight here, and we can't stress this enough, is the importance of extended line of sight, because not every flight that would be beyond visual line of sight would qualify as a industrial purpose or anything like that. You have people out there, let's say, flying FPV for jobs. Maybe they're doing infrastructure, and they could have extended visual line of sight where they have someone else who can see the drone for them. There has to be rules in there for that, and that's right now.
So 108
Not included.
108 is basically
Go
a
for it, Brad.
monumental push towards scalable autonomous PBOS operations. Autonomous.
Hey Ray, how you doing?
Is the key.
Big thing.
All right.
The drones need to be able to do. The operator of the drone can't even interact with the drone if it goes autonomous. You need to. Yeah, that's the big thing. The autonomy.
Yeah.
Ray, audio check. Ray.
Is
Hey,
it
Ray.
working?
Oh, yep, it's working.
Yeah, we hear you.
We got you.
All right, so I actually, the nice part about having a 107 is you can do drone jobs, and I actually had one that I did, but I couldn't really share it publicly because it wasn't out there yet, but now it's been released. So I wanted to share a video that I did for a client here. A beautiful property. It was, I think, almost
Yeah,
$2
I saw that. That was
property.
nice.
Yeah.
So let me know what you guys think of this.
You did some DJI specialty shots from the Earth.
Very cool.
You didn't catch
Very
the sphere at the beginning.
Now this was a little bit difficult at times because the incline, the driveway inclined so quickly.
What are you flying this with?
The Avata 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Look at you with the music.
That's one nice horse and fast. Yeah, this is you did very well.
This
Paul.
this shot's going to come back. It's automated.
I got this car horse. Oh yeah. That would be a nice hunk of property right there.
Heck yeah. Especially if you had horses. If you didn't have horses, wouldn't be very
Are
valuable.
you horse obsessed like me? Welcome to Hidden Horse Acres here in Exeter, Rhode Island. I'm Kim Marion from Engel and Volkers. I would love to give you a tour of this tremendous property. Room for 14 horses, an indoor riding ring, an outdoor with automatic sprinklers, lots of turnout. Yes, fabulous house, 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, but it's really all about the horses here. Give me a call. I would love to take you on a tour. Maybe we'll even get you on a horse. Look forward to seeing you. Bye.
Very nice.
Nice work.
$2.1 million annual income required before inquiring.
Yeah. That was such a fun day, and it was nice because not only did Ash get to ride a horse for the very first time in her life, but so did Benjamin.
Oh, they both were
Very
out?
nice. Oh, look at
Yeah.
how great
And
is that?
the white horse that the girl was riding, that horse was a little sketchy around the drone, but didn't freak out or anything. But they had another horse there, actually a famous race horse, believe it or not. And that horse loved the drone, kept coming at it while I was flying around it in the field. So, two totally opposite reactions, but it was kind of cool to see the horse, running up to me like, oh, this is cool. What are you,
What drone?
Obviously, you can't chase a horse that is
I used
skittish.
the Mavic 3 and the Avata 2.
Nice.
Very
It
cool.
wasn't Seabiscuit, was it?
No.
Oh, it's Secretariat.
That's funny. What'd you say?
Yeah, we flew drones at a polo match,
No.
and the horses were all acclimated to drones. Apparently, they had no problem with the drones whatsoever.
I'm kind of
This is little Bailey that's a year old now.
Warren's like, dang, I need room for 20 horses.
By the way, Paul, you did something that happens to be real popular now. First of all, good job, Chapel Rowan song. But normally people have normal sized microphones when they're talking. They have something like this. But it's been such a trend in the last year for people to take these tiny
Isn't that the
little
case?
microphones, and they look like Godzilla
Hold
stole
them
a
here.
microphone from a human. And that's what that woman was doing. Like, talking to this tiny little.
Yeah, they hold them. It's like, what is up with
Yes.
that?
It's
So-
it's such
do
a
it like that.
crazy trend. You put
Yeah.
these are meant for lapels. They're not meant for people
Yeah.
to hold because you look
Yes,
like
thank you.
Godzilla
Thank you
stole
for
the
saying it,
microphone.
Thank you for saying it,
But-
Jeff.
It's ridiculous, but it's a trend. It's
So-
all over the freaking internet.
You do it like that, you're saying. You
These
take the
3D
little
printed
microphone
mics.
off.
No,
Yeah.
this is my size anymore.
Well, let's not talk
Well,
about
it's
that.
an
Oh,
unfortunate thing.
Hey, show my flood video.
Yeah,
This,
Hey,
this is a
hey,
real microphone with
hey,
a mic
Paul,
flag. They're called
just
mic
give me
flag.
full screen for a second.
Full screen for who? You? There
So,
you
so
go.
this is this is the solution to that. It's
Absolutely.
basically a 3D printed mic. So here's just basically put the mic in, and then
Oh,
the windscreen goes over it, and
Aren't
you
you
have
nice.
yourself a professional solution there.
There you go.
Okay.
Good
I
job.
like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, you're only missing your press pass.
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
and they do make the little cube that goes around, and you can have your logo on that cube.
Yeah, Warren makes a
Nice.
good point here too. You can't get the full effect of a mic drop using a lapel mic.
Right.
You
No,
got a good point there, Warren. That is a good point.
Oh,
No,
you missed. Yeah, you got to do it
Didn't
again.
hear it.
No,
So
Didn't hear
we
it.
were talking
Didn't hear
about
it.
what got
Didn't hear
five and a half inches of rain, and you know how he's got his creek in his backyard. Just last week, I asked him what would happen. You know, when's the last time that place flooded? Now it didn't quite flood, but he did get quite a bit of rain going through this. Check this out.
Oh yeah, okay, a lot of rain.
I mean, out of all the videos I've seen Bud ever post, it's the most water that happened.
You know, Bud, you probably could have got a lot of watts of energy out of that when battery charging.
Look at his bridge. His bridge is almost gone.
it was underwater earlier.
You need to harness that power, man.
Hey, you
Paul,
can build it,
Paul,
Jim.
your microphone's low though during the whole show. Just to let you know, I don't know if you're far away from it or whatever, but your audio is lower than it usually is.
Is that better?
Much better.
Yeah.
Put a little water turbine in there.
Right.
and,
Bud, you need to put a turbine in.
Yeah.
Okay, yesterday that creek was 1 inch deep.
So get a half-inch one.
Put up a dam.
It's hit or miss. It's all or nothing.
And yeah, I missed the tree. That's with the Neo. I tried
you're
to fly.
lucky.
I tried to fly the flip, but the sensor kept going off.
No, the flip is
Right.
not good outdoors.
That's 120 frames a second slowed down to 30.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah, and you know
So you
what?
have to-
That's the bad day. This would be your luck. You didn't want to crash the drone because if it lands into the creek, that the water is moving so fast, it's taking the drone with it. Every other day, it's just going to sit in 1 inch of water. This
It
one,
would
you
have ended up in New Orleans in about 2 weeks.
Well, hopefully, it won't sit in any water.
yeah, true that.
I already dunked a Nevada 1 once in the creek, and that was not fun.
Oh,
Hey,
by the way, Ray, we got Ray with us tonight. He hasn't been here in a while, but last time you were here, Ray, you were just starting to really get into working with DaVinci Resolve. How's your experience going now that you've been working with it for a while?
I actually haven't done anything in about a week with it.
Really? Wow. Surprised.
I got footage that I would
Oh,
have
wow.
to click through to
Come on.
work on, but I've been so busy. I got a bunch of stuff done around the house that I've been putting off, and I really haven't touched it since I did the speedometer thing. That took a lot out of me. It took me 3 days to figure out how to do that, and like I have basically no experience with coding, and in order to do that, I had to do a lot of coding, and me and Chat GPT were at odds. By the time I was done, I ended up figuring most of it out myself, and pretty much had a bunch of new words that Chat GPT learned.
So, Ray, can I ask? Ray, so this is all about getting your speedometer on the video, right?
Correct.
All right. So,
Not just getting it on the video, but it was setting it up. I had to take the telemetry from
Goggles.
DJI. No, it was actually from what was that? The mini. It was the Mini 4 Pro I used. If you ever notice when you copy your data over to the computer, your video file, and then there's a file that matches it that says SRT.
Right.
That's your telemetry from the
Right.
drone.
That's in the goggles, though, right?
No.
No, it
No.
saves it. It saves it as a
That's from
file.
any file.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey,
Any drone for video, it saves the telemetry.
wait.
So
There's
I had to take that file,
Hold on, Bud's got a
convert
question
it,
about the. Hold on.
Ray.
God,
I can't
Ray.
wait.
Ray. There is a program called Telemetry Overlay that will take your telemetry data and put your speedometer, your everything on your screen. Now you got to pay for it, but it's really cool. Check out my channel and just look up TO, Telemetry Overlay.
I'm a cheap prick, so
Yeah,
Well,
but
it's not that
Us
expensive.
too. Us too, Ray. Us too.
I
I know
if
there's
you want something, pay for it.
Well, no, wait. I think there's still a free version. So check Telemetry Overlay. Check it out.
Mhm.
I will.
That's cool.
I had looked it up because I didn't know what the file was, so I looked up the file, and that opened up a rabbit hole, and I ended up
Uh-oh.
coming across a video of I putting that same exact speedometer because I pretty much followed him right along. The problem was I couldn't get the coding to read the telemetry.
Ray, don't shoot yourself in the private parts. It's all right to not waste money, but people have worked on this thing. They have jobs. They're just like you and me. And if they have a product that can do then don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Take that thing. Look at how much time you spent. Whereas he found a solution already that works. So I would say pay the people. They did the work. It'll make your life easier and it'll be a lot cheaper than if you count even $10 an hour for your time. And your time's worth more than that. We only have so much time in our lives. Don't waste it.
But I learned how to do it.
Yeah.
Not as well, probably, as that program where they've put in thousands of man hours to make it work.
That's fine. I'm only one person, and I work 60 hours a week driving trucks. So
Hmm.
Oh, by the way, speaking of that, I saw this past week a truck on some road somewhere tried to pull a U-turn. They were in the slow lane. They
in
went to
Florida,
pull an illegal U-turn. They went over into the fast lane, and a minivan with three people in it crashed and died, hitting the truck.
Holy shit.
They died.
Wow.
Happens every day, sadly.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
I would like to avoid this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray, I understand. We can change it.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of shit and experienced a lot of shit on the road too. So I get it.
No, because I'll go political, and there's
How long
people
you
on
been-
the
how
other
long
side
you
of
been
the
driving
spectrum
truck for?
that I don't want to offend at the moment.
Yeah.
We
How
don't-
long you been driving
We
truck
talk
for?
about road shit.
9 years.
Ron says, wasn't me, Paul. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do a job like that. At least not. Well, you run trucks locally, right? You ever done long distance trucking?
No, I did line haul, which was at night running. I would run from Pawtucket to the ports in New Jersey, Philly, New York, upstate New York.
Out and back 12 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
hate
was-
night.
I was thinking about going out to New York, but I didn't end up going. Instead, we went to Boston.
My brother-in-law used to be a long haul trucker. He'd go all the way across the states, and he loved it for a little while
Jack.
until he absolutely fucking hated it. And then he ended up getting hooked up with oil wells, and he delivers water to oil wells, and now he supervises like
You got the floor, bud.
Hey, Paul, I just sent you a link to my YouTube video for telemetry overlay for Ray to see what it can do.
All right, you said this hooks up to what?
No.
I sent it in Facebook Messenger to you. Now, if you can link, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this overlay goes on the. Is it an app for your phone?
Oh, that kind of looks.
No, it overlays my drone video.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And you got, it shows where I've been flying, how fast I'm flying,
Speed.
What
else
does it
is
run
there?
on, Bud, though? Does it run on a Mac, a PC, a phone?
Graph. That looks pretty cool, though.
It's on a PC. I don't know about Apple, but
Okay, that's fine, but typically most of these plugins run either on one platform. Typically, they don't write it for several of
Yep.
them.
okay.
Wait.
Sorry, Jeff. I'm only capable of doing minimal.
Just so people know, it works on a PC. That's all you got to know.
It works
Do-
on a
do-
PC.
Now, do you edit that into your video? Do you edit that into your video? How do you get that to overlay the video? Is it in the editor program or is that right on your video?
You have to load your video into telemetry overlay, and now granted you have to have that video, whatever subtitles or whatever turned on your drone, and it receives the data from that, and then it overlays it, and you have to have your home point and all that crap. But yeah, I mean, you can customize it all you want. Now, I think there's still a free version. I'm not sure.
I was
But
going to ask.
telemetry overlay.
When you take your your micro SD card out of your DJI drone, there are 3 files
Correct.
for every video.
Right.
It is the full resolution video, a lower resolution version, which generally doesn't play unless you mess with it, and then another little file, which is the telemetry.
I never see the telemetry files. I never see.
Yeah, the SRT
You-
file,
Yes,
and there are free versions. There's a bunch of free versions out there also. I mean, so the telemetry overlay, unfortunately, is a pay once and you own it for life type of pricing solution. But I don't know that they have the free version anymore. But there's other stuff out there like Dashware and Race Render, and some of these will just render out a text file that you can bring into your editing solution. Okay, and it has time code in it, so you can line it up. But there's free solutions out there, and there's some nice paid solutions.
Yeah.
The
I'm not arguing with you, Tom. Or I'm just saying
Yeah.
that's what I use.
And Ray, what I would say is look at since you are already involved in writing code and all, look at some of these free ones. Do a search up online. Look at some of the free ones because some of them have Python programming. The source code is available, and you can look at that and compare it to your own and make whatever changes you need to make maybe to actually bolster yours.
One of the biggest problems I found is
Wait. Answer
everything
the
seems
question
to
that
cater
Steve
to
asked. Tell him
everything
to turn
seems
his
to cater towards Adobe and not DaVinci.
Well, that's going to be a given, okay, because that community is so much larger. But there's takeaways there that you can usually, that are universal across most of the editing platforms. But I'm sorry, you were cut off. You were saying?
Well, Steve Jeunesse just said my Mini 4 telemetry is not in my downloads. He's got to turn what's that called? Video something or other.
The subtitles.
Data.
Thank you.
You got to turn the subtitles on. It's in your control menu, I believe.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it might be control or camera. No, it might actually be a camera. Yeah,
Here's another thing. A lot of people just do this quick download from their drone to their phone, and they're never going to see any of this stuff. You have to physically take the micro SD card out of the drone, put it into your computer. In this case, with this program, Bud says it's a Windows program.
You don't have to do that if you can plug it directly in. I just plug my drone in to my computer, and I just copy over the entire file. I create a
all
file.
the files,
Right.
all the files.
DCI.
I actually get
It's
3
CIN.
when I.
Yeah, there are
Right.
there are 3 files for each video segment you record.
The metadata you usually don't see. You see the logos.
Well, you know what? You have to. Well, a few things in Windows. It's always good to have file extensions turned on. Okay,
Yep.
that's a basic Windows thing.
Yep.
But you should still be able to see those files, unless, of course, you have something like duplicate file names turned off, and you don't have your file extensions on. Then you might not see them the way they're coded. But there are other directories you should always look for, because if you ever use any of the quick shots or master shots, they'll create a subdirectory and put the end results in those folders. Sometimes your RAWs will be sidecarred in a separate directory. So always make sure I like the idea of removable memory, but
Me
now
too.
with Mavic 4, the Mavic 4,
PLC.
you want to shoot to the internal drive because it's the quickest route. And as a result of that, you can actually, I'm finding there's never any drop frames or anything. And then if you're doing hyperlapses, you can do such short sequence raw hyperlapses.
Are you talking about because you transfer it from the drone to the computer and now it's SSD?
The drone to the
itself.
right, the internal storage on the Mavic 4 on the Creator Combo, it has 512 gigs worth of storage. Okay.
Paul.
And if you want to do any high speed data transfers, you want to go to that drive, okay? Because your pipe to that drive is right there at the motherboard of the drone, okay? Now, the nice thing about the Mavic 4 is that I can wirelessly transfer that across my Wi-Fi network to my desktop computer with the drone turned off.
What? Wi-Fi transfer with it turned off?
No.
Well, it actually goes into sleep mode for approximately an hour.
Not if you remove the battery, but if it's it doesn't.
No, not if you remove of. Well, yeah, we still haven't figured that one out, right? No hot swappable Mavic 4s yet.
Not
okay?
yet.
Not yet.
Time.
Not yet. Okay.
What are we looking at, by the way?
When Tom's done with his thought, I wanted to share that with you.
Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
If we do it full screen, I'm sure you've seen a lot of people who have done really good drone videos of these bunker fish and other dolphins or sharks eating them. But this was the first time I did this on Friday morning with another drone pilot that a lot of us know, Ray Kelly. We were out there trying to get, and I never saw this.
Wow, that was cool.
Yeah. It's like, holy crap.
That's a flat eye bomb.
I can't wait until I do a full video of this. I haven't had a chance yet, but I was very lucky. You know, I don't have the time, and I don't live out where Joanna Steedle lives, so I can't do this all the time. But I was very lucky to get some sharks separate, and that dive bomb here. It was very choppy.
You got lucky.
Yeah. Well, listen, capturing anything with any kind of camera or video, you have to get lucky a lot of times.
Yeah.
Jeff, how about polarizer on that would be freaking awesome, huh?
All I know is I'm seasick from watching that.
I had a polarizer on it.
Was it? Yeah.
It was just very choppy. It was a very windy day, so it was lots of water.
Yeah.
By the way, I find that funny because every time we show a video from New England around the water, Bud's like, see, I got nothing like that out here. But if you were out here to have it, you'd just be throwing up. So stop it.
Yeah.
Landlubber. You're a landlubber.
I would put money on it that there were many times that you walked home from the bar and you felt like you were on a boat.
Oh, every day.
Also,
Show
fair enough.
me
Yeah.
the way to go home.
Hey, okay, so I like to go out and have a few cocktails. Sometimes I have a few too many.
You and me both.
You know what? If you get a bigger cup, you only have to have one.
Yeah,
Good
but
point.
this one's customs made. Well, you can't see it, but a good buddy of mine that passed away. I don't know if you can get it.
Oh yeah.
Stand behind it, maybe.
Bud's boat.
I can see
No,
it.
a
Bud's
good
boat.
buddy of mine who just unfortunately passed away a couple months ago made this for me.
Sorry to hear it, man.
Bud's boat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice club.
Yeah. He had a brand new boat, but then he had a couple too many, so that was
No, mine would be a little further underwater. Thank you, Ray.
So we have about 5 minutes left of the show. I want to stop to remind everybody that the comment section for those regulations is open. Go get yourself educated if you want to, and check out the video from Greg over at Pilot Institute.
Regulations.gov.
Yep.
Regulations.gov.
It's
Yeah,
it's
you can also find it at any time.
yeah.
You just visit my Facebook profile. I have
And
it listed
and
there.
now you should be able to read comments placed by others. So
Yeah, there's 8 there right now. There were
and you know, don't say it makes no sense to comment on this as the common man, because our comments on remote ID negated their network solution they wanted to put in place. Okay, so I can't say they'll take all our comments into consideration, but if they take any at all, we're ahead of the game.
yeah.
one improvement is better than zero improvements.
Yeah.
Any word on the ban?
Well, if they don't do a security audit by the end of December, then the ban is an automatic. And so now DJI is hunting and hunting and hunting for a government entity. Well, we could all hope it would be an objective one, but that's
Yeah, you can't
another
shop.
situation.
You can't
but
shop for your regulations, unfortunately.
well, no, but you can't even find anybody who wants to undertake it, and that's their problem that they're having right now. But now look at this anti-gravity drone that just came out, right?
Yeah.
Super cool. Man, that looks like a lot of fun. You can frame 5 different ways till Tuesday. But the headquarters of that company, their building can see the headquarters of the DJI.
But you know,
building,
this is not
buildings.
necessarily by
So-
country; it's by business entity. You
No,
know?
it's going to be by point of origin.
Yes,
It's going to
but
come down to point of origin.
So
And
why
so
aren't they-
just think about Autel and everybody else getting sucked up into it. It's going to happen that way.
Yeah.
All right.
Vietnam
Another
versus
question.
China, point of origin is different.
Wait, another question. What about that? It's orange, I think.
Autel.
that everybody's
Autel.
reviewing.
Autel.
It's the DJI Mini 4 knockoff from Mini
Oh,
4.
it's yellow.
Taiwan.
It's yellow.
Taiwan. It's
Sky
Sky
Rover, Sky.
Colorblind, sorry.
one. Yeah.
Now, what about? Is that from China or is that from where? Taiwan?
I can answer that, but
Good night, RJ.
Someone could answer that, but they'd have to kill you.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, we.
No.
So there is a term in the industry where the original manufacturer licenses everything they have to a third party manufacturer. It's not
Right.
OEM. It's not OEM, original equipment manufacturer. It's something
Right.
else. I don't know the acronym, but that's what they're doing. And right now, there's one company that is running with this to pump out as many DJI drones, not in the DJI name, as possible. And it will change and change and change and change. Because we all know how China does their drones.
Yeah.
They just have a million names for the same drone.
Mm-hmm.
So that is going to continue.
And with that, we are
As
out of
far
time.
as
tonight. So I want to give the floor. Does anyone have anything they want to promote before we go? Steve Janess posted it earlier, by the way, the Northeast meetup. Make sure you check that out. That's coming up really soon, in less than a month. Does anyone have
Couple
anything?
weeks.
I will have something important, hopefully by next week, that will help drone photographers and videographers and drone pilots. Hopefully, I'll have it ready by next week.
Sweet.
We are eagerly anticipating that, man.
Okay.
right.
Bud,
Oh, go
Bud,
ahead.
by golf cart, you could get to the Vegas drone meetup in less than 125 hours. Okay, so
All right, wait,
maybe
wait,
it's
wait,
something
wait,
to
wait, wait,
consider.
wait, wait,
Okay.
wait.
From where?
Have you seen him
Amtrak
walk?
stops at Vegas, right?
Excuse me?
Amtrak stops at Vegas.
You've asked this on almost every podcast we've shared. Okay, and the answer is still your golf cart's probably a better option because Amtrak don't run here, unless of course you're going to hobo on the Pacific Union. That comes right through the center of town. Okay.
When's the
You
meetup?
know,
Bud,
I would bet
I-
money. I would bet money on him hoboing.
But I have two words for you: Greyhound.
All right, everybody. Well, I want to remind you that mental health matters. So if you're struggling, reach out. You can dial 988. Reach out to your friends and family. If you can't find help there, reach out further. There's always someone willing to listen. Don't do it alone. Hope you have a great week. Get out there and fly and just have some fun, okay? Have a good
Yeah.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, folks.